Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. We're going to be playing She-Hulk Aggression with coreset cards against the 3 coreset heroes. We're going to play them all in normal mode today, and then tomorrow we'll move on to Black Panther Aggression, 2 more heroes after that, and then we'll pick a new aspect. So as a preview, I asked everybody in the Discord who they wanted to play or what aspect they wanted to play next. So after we finish up Aggression, we're going to play Protection, which is my least favorite aspect, so expect me to die a lot. Alright, so She-Hulk versus regular mode Rhino. We're going to draw 6 cards. We've got some pretty good stuff to start with, but we can still discard some things that aren't super helpful. I'm going to keep Hellcat because she's really good at threat control, but man, do we have a good opening hand. So we are going to flip. We'll deal 2 damage. We're going to pay 2 for superhuman strength. We're going to attack for 6. Putting him down to 6 health and giving him a stunned token. We're going to 1-2 punch to ready. Attack him for another 3. Oh, so it was actually only 5, sorry. Superhuman strength is only +2. So 5, 2, and 3. He should be 10, he should be a 4. Okay, he's super stunned because the stun token keeps bugging out on me. And we're going to draw 2 cards. Excellent cards to draw. So we're readied up. He gets a free threat. He just discards stunned instead of doing anything useful. We have 1 hazard card to deal with. Oh no, we're confused. Good thing we don't even want to thwart. So it's our go. Gonna swing for 1, 2, 3. We're gonna pay 1, 2, 3 for focused rage. We're not gonna use it this turn because we ain't gonna draw anything useful. We'll flip back to Jennifer Walters for a turn and draw 5 cards. Keeping Hellcat still, because he's actually going to get threat this time. He'll get 1 threat, and then he'll scheme for 1 more. And we're dealing with an encounter card. So this card gains Surge, because we're in Alter Ego mode. Charge. So his next attack is going to be a 5 with Overkill, but we're going to stun it again, so it's okay. Alright, it is our go. So I guess one of those threats was prevented by our ability. So we're going to flip, which will ping him for 2, which will put him into the next phase of life here. We're going to search for his side scheme when that happens, which is apparently in this deck, where it's just missing, or I'm blind. One of the 3. Breaking and taking. Apparently is not in here. Where is it? Well, I must have started with something wonky. You know, we're just going to put this in. This is the break-in and take-in side scheme, guys. It has a hazard counter and 3 threat. Don't forget. Sorry about that. So we flipped him. He goes back up to 15. We ain't going to kill him this turn, but we're going to kill him real fast. So we can pay 1, 2 for superhuman strength. We'll take a damage and draw a card because we haven't been damaged yet. We may as well do something. We will attack for 5 and a stunned. We'll play 1, 2 punch to ready. Attack for another 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's the end of our turn. So we're drawing 2. They're pretty good ones. He's going to get a free threat. He's going to swing at us, but he's stunned, and he's going to flip 2 hazard cards. So Shocker, we're going to take 1 damage, and that gains Surge because we were already confused. Bomb Scare's not in play. He's going to schemes. So he schemes for 1, 2, 3. Oh boy, we got to kill him this turn. Can we do it? I do not know. So we might end up playing Hellcat and thwarting. So let's draw 1. There's a Tigra. So we've got 5 damage on the board once we play Tigra. It's not quite enough to kill him. Oh, what am I saying? We can definitely kill him. We'll hit him for 3. 1, 2, 3. We'll pay 1, 2, 3 for an uppercut. That's 5 more. Rhino's dead. Easy mode Rhino. Still easy. Alright, let's reload this interface so we don't miss any cards this time. We're going to get rid of all this because we're going to play against Claw next. Delete. Thank you. Claw starts with 12 health. If you didn't watch the Spider-Man video, that was the first time I was playing him on stream. He's got a pretty cool thing. Puts this scheme out right away with his main scheme, so he's got a crisis right away. He has 0 attacks, so you think that's wimpy, but he gets 2 boost cards when he attacks, so he can still hit you pretty dang hard. His encounter deck is over here, but we got to make sure to add our obligation again. And when we flip his 1A scheme, it's going to have us search for a minion by discarding cards, so it'll be this one. We will get our She-Hulk out here. We're going to try our playmat. Our playmat was lucky with Spider-Man. In the first recording of this, I did not do so well against Rhino, ironically. And I had my playmat out, so I think it might be unlucky for She-Hulk, but we'll find out. If we lose this one, I blame the playmat. That's all I'm saying. We got our aggression deck. Okay, come here, deck. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Draw 6 cards. We're ready to go. So we can stun him right away. Again, that's a really good tactic against this guy, so we're going to plan on that. We're going to get rid of these other 3 cards that aren't super useful at this point in the game. Because what we'd really like to see is split personality. So excited. So let's flip. We'll deal 2, get rid of this Chumpo. We'll pay 2 for superhuman strength. Probably not going to use our 1-2 punch. That makes me sad. Should we pay 3 instead for focused rage? Because then we could draw a card and 1-2 punch. No, we want to stun him. So we'll attack for 5. Puts him down to 7 because he's got pretty measly health. And he's stunned, so we don't have to worry about that double boost card nonsense. We'll pay 3 for split personality, which flips us back over. And on this side, we get to draw up to our hand size, which is 5. Let's see if there's anything else we can play. There is. Let's pay 2 for combat training. Let's pay 4 for Nick Fury, who will ping him for 1, 2, 3, 4. And Nick will thwart or attack. What do you think, guys? I kind of think we just go all in and get this guy dead. Doesn't quite kill him. It puts him to 1 health, but that's okay. So that's the end of our turn. We're going to drop to 6 again. We're halfway through our deck, and that was like our first turn, so that's kind of awesome. He's going to get a threat. We're going to prevent it with She-Hulk, and then he's going to scheme for 2 plus something, 2 plus 1, 1, 2, 3. This is preventing it. It's not removing it, so we can do that even though we have Crisis out. Here's our bad card. Spend a bunch of resources or exhaust all your dudes. I guess we can just exhaust all our dudes. I kind of want to play things. So, we're going to flip, deal 2 to him. That'll put him into this next form. In this form, he gets to put out another side scheme. Oh my goodness, side schemes galore. This one has an acceleration icon on it, so we're going to be putting 2 threat out per turn on the main scheme. It's got 3 threat again, 3 threat per player, and it gives him 10 extra health. So in his second form, he has 14, but because of this side scheme, he has 24. We're going to stay in hero mode. We were exhausted, which kind of stinks. But let's pay 2 for superhuman strength so we can plan on stunning him again. I guess that's it. That's it. We're going to keep Relentless Assault because that's really strong right now. Draw 3. Readying up. So 2 acceleration gets placed out here. He discards this instead of being stunned, and we have to deal with the hazard card. So after he damages us, we now get stunned. So we just got to get rid of him. No minions, though. That's what I was counting on, was a minion. So that's a little sad. Let's pay 1, 2, 3 for Tigra, because having characters out to block if we need to is good, because those characters can be stunned instead of us. So now we've got 6 damage. That'll knock him down to 18 and throw us stunned out, which just lets us sit in this mode for as long as we want. I'm going to draw 4. Oh, sorry. Tiger's going to thwart this one, because we just got to get rid of this thing to deal 10 damage to him. So she'll take 1 damage from that. So we'll ready everybody up. We drew our 4. He's going to get 2 threat here, which is going to pop us into the second scheme. Again, we search for a minion. This one has tough and guard, so it's going to prevent us from getting to Claw right away. Claw won't be able to attack, but this guy will. So he's going to swing at us for 1. And then we've got a hazard card to deal with. So we're putting 4 threat on it, and we now have 2 hazard cards to deal with. But She-Hulk don't give no cares. She-Hulk smashes. So let's see what we could do here. We got to get rid of this guy before we can hit anything else. So that kind of stinks. This goes back down to 0. And we can get 8 there before we're out of luck. So we could get 10 health off him by doing that. That would put him down to 8. Let's attack with Tigra and get rid of Tough. Put a damage on her, sadly. We can attack and 1-2 punch to get rid of this guy. And ready ourselves. Gotta pay for 1-2 punch. We did pay for 1-2 punch. So now I have the decision. I can thwart, or I can hit him in the face. I think thwarting is the right answer for this turn, because well, let's see, are there any of those chase them downs in our deck? There's 2. There's 13 cards in our deck. So let's attack. 2, 3, 4. That hits him to 14. And we're going to flip this turn. We've already used Tiger this turn, so we ready everything up. I'm going to discard these because I'm looking for those chase them downs. Draw 6 cards. We got to chase them down and Relentless Assault. That's pretty good. So it's going to get 2 because the acceleration counter. He's going to scheme for 2 plus 2 to put it to 6. But that'll only be 5 because we'll prevent 1. We've got 2 hazard cards to deal with. So bad things happen. My gosh, guys, this is really bad. There's a lot of schemes out there. Titania comes into play, and these get shuffled into here. And a Surge card. And another minion. We basically have to win this turn. Really bad. So, we'll see what we can do. Let's flip. We have to attack to make this trigger, so we're just going to hit Claw for 2, because none of these guys have guard. We can thwart. No, we don't need a thwart. We can hit for... Oh gosh, she has 2 attack. For 2? Yeah, this will work. And then She-Hulk can hit this weenie guy right here for 4. We can pay for 1-2 punch to ready ourselves, and we kill the guy, so chase them down can remove this. But just removing that pops 10 health off him. Bingo bango, Claw's dead. So, She-Hulk aggression did not struggle against Claw. Or regular Rhino. I will tell you, struggled against a Rhino in our first playthrough. 1 more matchup to go. We're going to get rid of all these cards. Because today, boys and girls, we are playing against Ultron. Ultron has a scheme. He's got a life counter over here. He's got an Ultron villain deck, which puts this environment card into play. Basically, face down cards from our deck can come into play as minions that are Ultron drones, and we have to deal with them. And deal we shall. We also get this modular setup that is recommended and some Ultron tokens. We'll not forget to put our obligation in and flip and shuffle. Seems like a really low number. Oh, we're missing stuff. Villains. Standard encounter set with gang up. Thanks to Sam from Dexcelsior. Let's get our oversized She-Hulk. We're doing really good with her today, so I'm pretty happy. We'll bring her over here, lock her in place, and load up her deck. She-Hulk aggro, coreset. So before we even get to draw cards, this thing happens. Create an Ultron drone that we have to deal with. And when we kill that drone, that card will go into our discard pile. So, drawing 6 still. Ground stomps are great, but they're not necessary right now. We really want to search for something that, like Relentless Assault, that punches through that drone. So let's draw 5. We didn't get one. That's a bummer, but that's okay. So we'll flip. That'll kill the drone for us. We will pay for Hulk, who will attack and probably discard himself. Well, he'll deal 2, then he'll deal 1 to everybody, and then he'll discard himself. So it could be worse. Let's attack for 3. 1, 2, 3. And ready. And then attack for another 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to play first aid to heal 1 and pretend like nothing's happened yet. So he gets a threat. He's going to attack against us, and we'll give him another threat when he does that. Sorry, I got to drop my 4 cards first. So his attack will hit us for 2, 3. Weenie. Oh, we only have 1 copy of that, and we're going to have to use it to play Split Personality. That's a bummer. But we get a hazard card first. The Villain Schemes. Oh, I was not counting on that. So it's going to be 1 plus anything. Doesn't matter. But we create another Ultron drone, and he pops to Scheme Form 2. Was not ready for that yet, guys. This is going to be more challenging now. So we're going to start out by getting a full hand of cards. Play Split Personality to flip and drop to our hand size. These are the cards that we need against Ultron. You guys are going to see. It's going to be so exciting. Let's pay 1, 2 for a superhuman strength. Yeah, we can afford to let this guy sit out here and ping us for 1. That's okay. Let's flip. Oh no, yeah, we can kill him like this. We'll deal 2 to him. Oh, there's our Hellcat. That's a bummer. I kind of want to use that to chase them down, but it's okay. We're going to swing for 5 at Ultron, which will pop him into phase 2. Goes back up to 22 health. And gives him stunned. You're going to find out that stunned is the key here to defeating Ultron. So when Ultron attacks you, he's not going to attack because he's going to discard a stunned token instead. So this got discarded. We may as well use these cards this turn to play it again for next turn, because then we can just sit in hero form and keep him stunned. So he gets 1 threat. We can choose to place 2 threat or an Ultron drone. We're just going to place 2 threat. We're at 4 cards in hand. They're pretty good cards, so that's really good. He's going to attack, but he'll just discard stunned, and then we see what hazard we have to deal with. Deal 1 damage to everybody. Wimpy. Argo. Let's hit him for 5 again. Puts him down to 17 and stuns him. Let's play 1-2 punch after we attacked and hit him for another 3. Puts him down to 14. We're getting real close. And that'll be it. We're going to sit in hero form again. We got 1 more stun, and another 1-2 punch. If only we could get more resources. So he's going to get a threat, and then 2 more threat again. He's going to discard stunned instead of attacking us, and then we have a hazard card to deal with. Do we care about an acceleration token? I don't think we care. Let's put it out there. We may regret this. But it's our go. So we will attack him for 3. 1, 2, 3. We will play Mockingbird to stun him. Mockingbird is going to thwart. That really keeps us in the game here on this phase. So that'll end our turn. We'll draw 3 cards. We haven't had to go to Alt Ego mode in a while. So he's going to get a threat. We're going to place 2 more out, and then he gets 1 from that. So he'll attack us, but he's going to discard stunned instead. You're seeing a theme here. And then we end up creating a drone minion. Oh no, it's from our hazard card. Oh, you're the drone minion, dude. Mockingbird did thwart, so she took a damage. Alright, it's our turn again. We're real close to just blowing this guy up. But we don't have a way to stun him this turn. I think that's okay. So we're gonna swing for 3. 1, 2, 3. Mockingbird's gonna swing for 1. Actually, Mockingbird will kill this dude for us. So he's back at 8. Sorry, when we swing, we were gonna 1-2 punch and swing for 3 again. So that puts him down to 5. If we flip, we trigger this last phase, And that last phase could just end this turn if he schemes. So we don't want to flip yet. So I think we sit here, we discard this guy, and we draw... Let's see, do we even have any double resources left in there? Energy, strength... I guess we do. So we'll just draw 3. We didn't draw 1, so that's a bummer. Ready, everybody. He's going to get enough threat to pop this last scheme. So we create another drone that we have to deal with. He's finally going to get to swing at us, so when he swings at us, he creates a drone. And he's going to be swinging for 4. We're just going to let Mockingbird take it. Yeah, that seems good. And that'll be that. So when this scheme is out, it goes back to 0. The acceleration counter still stays out there, and we can no longer remove threat from the scheme. So we are in trouble here. We can do 3 damage to him to get him to 2, but if we flip, we're going to threat out. So we can't flip again. So we get hit for 2 from these drones as well, so we're down to 9. That's pretty brutal. So what we're going to have to do is attack for 3. We're going to have to play First Aid for 2. We'll discard Avenger's Mansion and draw. That is a card that we needed, so that's really good for us right now. And 1-2 Punch is also a card that we could use to win. So if we can survive this turn, we're going to win. So we're probably going to try to. So he's going to get 2 threat. He's going to attack us and create yet an... Oh, sorry, we have one of these from our deck shuffle. We had another drone. So he's attacking us for 5. 6. So that puts us down to 5. These 3 dudes are going to attack us for 1 each. And we get 2 encounter cards to deal with. Attached to the villain, he gets Retaliate 1. We're going to put 5 threat on this because we can't remove threat from that scheme anyway, so who cares? So it's our go. We got the game. We can Relentless Assault to punch 4 through to him. I want a 1-2 punch because that's our MVP card today. So we ready, hit him twice. We only had to hit him once, but Ultron dead. So She-Hulk Aggression, Coreset versus Ultron base game stuff. Definitely playable, definitely winnable, and pretty fun and bouncy. So